It's a great day to be in real estate. This is Duanebeisner, sales manager and sales representative for ERA Real Estate. For the quote of the day, stand firm for what you know is right. It's wise, as I have found. The mighty oak was once a nut that simply held its ground, by Agnes W. Thomas. And for the joke of the day, a traveling salesman was passing through a small town in the west when he saw a little old man sitting in a rocking chair on the stoop of his house. The little old man looked so contented that the salesman couldn't resist going over and talking to him. "You look as if you don't have a care in the world," the salesman told him. "What's your formula for a long and happy life?" "Well," replied the little old man, "I smoke 6 packs of cigarettes a day. I drink a quart of bourbon every 4 hours and 6 cases of beer a week. I never wash, and I go out every night." "My goodness," exclaimed the salesman, "that's just incredible." "How old are you?" 25, was the reply. Now for the business tip of the day: you cannot be paid more than what you're worth indefinitely. You cannot be paid more than you're worth indefinitely, but you can be paid less. Think about that. And for the Darwin Award of the day, in Belgium, in 2009, police received a desperate call from a man who had been attacked on a motorway near the town of Liège. When the policemen arrived, they found Thierry, was his first name, 37 years old, lying dead on the ground, his body stabbed, his car burning. Witnesses had seen a big truck driving away, but there was no evidence of fighting or struggling around the body, only the knife wounds on his shoulder and neck. Puzzled, inspectors analyzed Thierry's cell phone calls. He had recently reconnected with an old friend, and a fact that intrigued Inspector Lemot, childhood friend, to investigate. It was a childhood friend that he had lost sight of for 10 years, and they got back in touch. So Lemot asked the 42-year-old friend in for a chat about that roadside aggression. Turns out the dead man was aggrieved regarding insurance money he felt he was owed but never paid after his restaurant burned 2 years before. He had asked his old friend to bring him a knife and a jerry can of fuel and leave him alone on the motorway. A man with a plan to get the insurance money one way or another. The victim then set fire to his car, called police, and stabbed himself, accidentally cutting an artery in his own neck. By the time his simulated act of violence was over, he was over too, face against the ground 10 yards from his burning car. Roll the credits on that little drama. And now for the social commentary. This is the attitude, or achieve a winning attitude in 6 easy steps. Today is step 6, which is adopt a positive vocabulary. Words that come out of your mouth aren't just a reflection of what's in your brain, they're programming of how your brain is to think. Therefore, you need to have a positive attitude, then your vocabulary must be consistently positive. Here are 5 quick techniques to use for your vocabulary to improve and strengthen a positive attitude. Number 1, stop using negative phrases such as "I can't," "it's impossible," or "this won't work." These statements program you for negative results. Whenever anybody asks you, "How are you?" respond enthusiastically with "terrific," or "fabulous," or "I've never felt better," and mean it. Stop complaining about things over which you have no control, such as the economy, your company, your customers, etc. Stop griping about your personal problems and illnesses. What good does it do others, to hear this, other than just depress them? Expunge negative words in your speech. Substitute neutral words for emotionally loaded ones. For example, rather than saying "I'm enraged," say "I'm a bit annoyed," or better yet, "I've got a real challenge." These seem like small things, but the truth is that your mind takes cues from what you say. If you respond to "How are you?" with "hanging in there," that's the reality that you're creating. There's nothing in your career, indeed in your life, that will make a bigger difference than taking control of your attitude. If you maintain a positive attitude, success will literally fall on your lap. If not today, then tomorrow. For the real estate news, U.S. Congress backs home buyers extension of the tax credit. The U.S. Congress on Wednesday approved a bill extending the closing deadline for home buyers trying to take advantage of a popular tax credit. Home buyers with contracts signed by April 30th who failed to go to closing by the June 30th deadline will now have until September 30th to complete their purchases. The $8,000 tax credit is for first-time home buyers and $6,500 credit for others purchasing a new primary residence. This was a highly popular temporary measure by the administration to jumpstart home sales during the economic recession. Real estate agents and thousands of home buyers would miss the June 30th deadline because banks and settlement offices were struggling to deal with the volume of people rushing to close on their deals. Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell offered a 2-month extension that was paid for by using unspent money from last year's economic stimulus program, and Democrats objected. These are 3 things that condo buyers should know. Now would be a great time for home buyers to find a great deal on a condo. Here are the 3 things that potential buyers of condos should consider. Number 1, is this condo likely to fall further in price? Part of the answer is in falling or rising local inventory, even if sales have picked up recently. Number 2, is this a fair price? Condo prices are more volatile than single-family homes historically. One big consideration is whether buyers in this particular complex are likely to be able to qualify for a mortgage. If the complex has too many renters, for instance, then the FHA won't approve loans to buy units. Number 3, is the condo association in good fiscal shape? And this is the biggest one right now. Are they maintaining the grounds and the amenities as well as staying on top of needed structural improvements? In this case, with condominiums, you can judge a book by its cover. If the outside of the complex looks neat and manicured, you're probably in a much better position for your equity to increase quicker than a place that really is looking pretty run down. Also, I need to say it again. This market right now is the best buyer's market you and I will ever see in our lifetime. If you haven't noticed, the interest rates are at historical all-time lows. Unbelievable. If you or anybody you know is thinking about buying or selling, then do so now. And if you need to do it anywhere in the world, call us here at ERA because we do have global reach. We can help you anywhere in the world. And if you're looking to make a move into real estate, give me a call or shoot me an email. I'd love to talk to you about that. My email is duane.beisner@era.com. As always, proud to be an American. Happy trails to you.